Oh, that's Bill. And so no one should ever be surprised that Bill is not naming his starting quarterback. If it was up to him, he probably wouldn't name a quarterback till the second quarter after the game had already started. That said, Ninko, the fact that there is not just this very clear from everywhere feeling that Mac Jones is our guy and there's no question about it, why does that concern you?
Confidence. Confidence in the player. And I had to, listen, when I was at this game Monday night, I literally have an issue with the Patriot fan base. You had a long run of terrific football. You get a first-round quarterback at number 15 who in his rookie season goes to a Pro Bowl and takes you to the playoffs. Coming back from an injury, you have a third-string quarterback that helps you win some football games. Okay. You have Mac Jones back in the lineup. He throws one interception, and the whole stadium is booing and chanting for Zappy. The whole stadium. The whole stadium is chanting for Zappy. What are we doing, Patriot fans? Like, what are we doing? Okay.
It's fun to say, Zappy.
It's Zappy. It's got a, it's got a nice ring
But
to
why
it.
is it a problem?
It's a problem because you have Mac Jones, who hasn't played much football. He's still a very young football player coming back from a high ankle, which he could have gone and had a surgery or done something other than, just rehabbed and pushed himself back out there sooner. And he looked good. He was running for first downs. The offensive system changed when Mac was in there versus when Zappy was in there. So number one, the offenses were completely different. Zappy's in. Zappy's under center. He's under center running the football. Mac's in, it's gun runs. I don't like a gun run. I don't like trying to run the football with no threat of RPO or anything like that when you're 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That means you have to run for 10 yards to gain 5. Doesn't make sense to me. So that is another issue. And Hembo sent me a thing that I just have to say it. So Mac has only started 39 games total from college and professional.
Right.
39 games.
Yeah.
So he needs more time. And the Patriots, to help him have more confidence, should come out and say, Mac is our guy. He's our starting quarterback. We drafted him number 15 overall, first round, and he is the guy that we're going to go into this matchup with and beat the Jets.
Oh, so
it's confidence.
To the point we made a moment ago, that would be very unlike Bill, who basically liked to treat Tom Brady, who was the greatest quarterback of all time, like he was just one of the guys. But what you're saying is that maybe Brady was a guy who could take that and, in fact, used it as motivation, that maybe this is actually working against Mac psychologically.
Well, me and Dan talked about just generationally it could be different.
Right.
Some younger guys are probably motivated differently. And you have to learn each player and what pushes that player. Sometimes, like myself, I could speak on how I was motivated. Somebody calling me out in front of the team would make me mad, and I'd go out there and perform. Well, I think that sitting down Mac and saying we had a plan, okay, that was the plan, fine. He never went back in the game.
Yeah.
Right.
And to say that the game got away from them, they're only down 2 scores. They scored 14 points in 2 drives. So I think that the confidence issue is a big problem. And then the fans, they got to work on that.
Dan, inside the building, is there a quarterback controversy inside the building?
There has not, and there has never been inside the building. That Mac was always going to play when he was healthy. They felt like last week he was healthy enough to play, but not, fully healthy. So that for some reason, Belichick had the plan last week that both guys were going to play. And when they divvied up the practice reps last week, it was with that in mind. My understanding is that their plan for practice this week is Mac Jones. And so there's never been, so whatever's happening externally, inside the building, from my understanding, it's been made clear who the quarterback is.
I got to leave it there for the moment. I'm up against the hour, but I do want to come back to this. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.